Hi again. I want to tell you a little bit about the video you're about to see because it's not really completed, but I want to get it out for you right away. You see, last time when we were looking at the Lympho LEM7, this watch here, we talked about the brand new translator function built into the watch, and I showed you how it worked when I had it tethered to a Bluetooth speaker. You didn't actually get to hear what it sounds like from the watch, so I want to show you that right now. Go into translator. Oh, I also changed it to Hindi instead of to Spanish, and I've put in the word hello.
Namaskar.
And that's hello in Hindi. Now, one of the ideal ways to listen to this rather than right from the watch would be through Bluetooth headphones, right? And so, we're going to put together a little video on Bluetooth headphone technology and tethering that to smartwatches. Well, I have a bunch of these to show you. We're going to do some unboxing and we're going to play with them. What I don't have is all of the pieces that talk about how you set up and Bluetooth one of these things to the watch, problems you might encounter, and other issues that come up. So we'll do a follow-on video for that, but I want to get these out here because one of our good friends has got these available for you to pick up right now. Get the one you want on order by the time you get it in, by the time you have your watch, and by the time you're ready to translate in your ear, we'll be able to tell you some of the ins and outs of what you need to know for tethering these puppies. Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Tics. We've got an unusual video for you today, and it's, of course, needs to start out with an unboxing. But we're not unboxing a smartwatch. No, we have one of our collaborators who's been involved with watches for quite a while, is also diversifying into, get ready for it, headphones, earbuds, headpieces, whatever you want to call them, things you stick in your ear to make sound so you can hear what's coming out of Bluetooth connected signals. In other words, your audio aspect of smartwatches and phones. And because he's in the business, and we're going to be talking about how you Bluetooth tether watches to earbuds, earphones, he sent out a whole cadre of goodies for us to take a look at. And we're going to show you what each kind is about, as well as I can, not being knowledgeable very much about earphone, earbud products. We're going to walk through these different models so that you can get an understanding of what the differences could be, because no doubt you're going to be interested in hooking up headphones to your smartwatch, or at least knowing which smartwatches are capable of doing that. Wow, look at this pool. We've got 5 different sets, and he sent out some information about them. It's an AliExpress store called Bewot, the Bewot store. And here's a table. We'll show you this now, so as we get in these, you could back it up if you want to look at all of the different specs. There's a lot goes into these things. The Bluetooth chipset itself defines quality and responsiveness and stereo separation and whatnot. Then you've got the amount of power it uses and how long they'll last, how far you can go away from the device, which isn't that big of a deal if you're on a watch, which is on your arm, right? And the ear thing is up in your head. So that's pretty good. They're all 10 meters, standard Bluetooth it looks like, and battery capacity. So they're divided into these different things. There's a high-end type, which is the Air Plus and Air 8, I guess, and then the F10 and 11, and then the TWS i7S. I know, all new terminology, all new stuff, but we're going to get into it. Okay, where do we begin? Well, let's clear the field and start that way. Of the 5 different models that we have here to look at, these two, the Air Plus and Air 8, are identical, except that this is 2 and this is 1. This is stereo, this is mono, and this is what they look like. Here's the packaging. A little bit larger case, of course, a little bit larger battery capacity because there's 2 of them. when we open this up, you see that it's all wrapped together at the sleeve. You can pop that off, open the case, and here they are. Look very familiar to another company's models we've seen before, huh? Ah, you notice all the blue lights turning on? And it's flashing, the Bluetooth connecting. And there's power in here. So when you plug this in and charge it up, you can put your earpieces back in here and they'll be charged up. That's two of them. This is single. So if you only need one, here you go. Top comes off completely. It comes out, charges up through here, and it's basically the same unit. Better not get them mixed up, huh? Okay, what else do we have in the box? Down in the bottom is the charging cord and a little manual in Chinese. And let's see if on this side we have English. Overall instructions of a wireless Bluetooth earphone. All right. The manual most likely is the same on this one. Let's check this box. We open it up. We find a longer cable. Interesting. And it's got the special new USB-C type connector on it. This one has the standard USB micro USB connector, which means this is a different connection unit on the bottom here, right? Shouldn't matter which way it goes. Okay. And a manual. And again, the same thing. This is the Air, and this manual. It's the same thing. So, same manual covering, well, not really. Look at the pictures. They're different. So, the manuals have been customized for the actual unit. Okay, so that is a quick look at the unboxing of the Air Plus and the Air 8. Now, these two are pretty much identical in their overall specifications, as you can see from the boxes. We have the F10 and the F11, and the major differences in the overall design of the headpiece itself. Notice? Let's open them up and see what we've got. Here's the F10. Here, and they're really good, is the F11. And the models indicate that they're true stereo, which is something you want to be looking for if you're really into music and the sound separation. They come inside of a nice little bag with the charging holder like this. There's a little kindly reminder card in here. Get that in focus for you. And when you open it up, here they are. Notice the design. And one for each ear, of course. And they just pop back in and close up. And this will charge from, no doubt, the cable that's inside the box. Here we go. We have a USB with 2 ports here, and then we have the micro SD card, a micro USB charging port over here. I presume this is for charging individually at the very bottom. So you don't have to bring this along with you. You can charge directly from your USB port right here. That's pretty slick. Nice, huh? And then we have a manual that describes all of this in detail in Chinese. And here we go in English. The overall product description information, the layout of where everything is located, the switches and how you work with the actual units is listed there as well, and how you pair this to your watch, which should be very similar, if not identical, to how you pair it to a phone. Okay. Now, the F11 version looks like this. There we are. Squeeze the egg out from here. And pop it open. Pull one of them out. And you see it's a different design. Okay, microphone's in the back. Plug-in port at the bottom. But the way the audio is delivered to your ear is different. Other than that, our packaging is similar. The charging unit is similar. We have our same little card inside, the kindly reminder card. And when we pick it up, we have our same connector cables. And very similar, if not identical, manual. Chinese. Okay, this is two-sided Chinese manual with this one, but we did have the English one here, and we showed it long enough on the screen that you can probably read it. All right, and that is the F10 and F11 units. This is the i7S. Comes in a whole variety of colors, and here's the basic specifications for it. This is a very common one. They call it the public model. It has different quality levels, and of course Bewot is providing the highest quality level in this particular model. When we open it up, we have again a charging container with a micro USB connector that plugs into USB to charge it. It snaps open and reveals two earbuds in here with, it looks like, port down at the bottom and sound ports here, button over here, and of course the whole thing fits snugly in the case that can be charged up, and I guess you can press the button to get activated as well. We have a Chinese and English manual in here, and the English manual looks like this. These earbuds, of course, can pair to any device, a regular phone or a smartwatch, which is really the focus of what we're looking at. How well will it work paired to a smartwatch? Okay, that's the i7S TWS, true stereo. Now, let's move on. So for our testing purposes with watches, we're going to work with two of them. The Air Plus, because it has all these different features compared to the others. It's the higher end approach to earbud technology. And we're going to work with the TWS i7S, the public version. That's a little bit more of an entry level, just to make sure that between the two of them, they both can pair and tether and do everything appropriately when working with a smartwatch. And what about the watches themselves? Well, we obviously can't test everything. There's just too many watches. So we're going to pick a nice 16 gigabytes total storage watch. It's representative of a whole class of watches if you're going to be using earbuds, you're probably going to be playing music or watching videos and have a lot of storage on the watch. So we'll look at that, and we'll also look at a watch or two that maybe has small memory, like this one you remember, but has the ability to insert a micro SD card in some sort of a slot with the SIM card possibly and the micro SD card. And that's because you can store all your songs and video and whatnot here. And of course, something like this, you'd want to be able to Bluetooth tether it so you could listen to it as well as watch it. So we'll look at this class of watch, and give you some reports on how well the tethering to Bluetooth headphones works from the watch environment. And of course, we'll be testing it out with the LEM7 and probably the Thor 4, which also has this translator circuitry built into it. Okay, be sure you check the show notes. Got the buying links for each of those different earbuds you've seen. And we'll be back with part 2 in a while.
आप स्मार्ट वॉच टिक्स देख रहा हूँ और हम आपकी सदस्यता की सराहना करते हैं और अपने निरंतर देखने धन्यवाद। एक बहुत तुम फिर से जल्द ही देख लेंगे।